Hello, and welcome back to The King is Watching. So, I think it was between last time playing and now, I've managed to, I've made an attempt to actually level up our king over here that we unlocked. Just to see if I could get maybe some abilities unlocked. And I think, if I remember right, I did get one. So we can now use the heal. So I just did a bit of grinding in my spare time. I was trying on, I tried on the graveyard, so it didn't work out that well. Went to the village and managed to get him to level 1 there. So we've got at least that. Anyway, we're going to go back to 3, but we're going to give, I think I might actually give him a bit of a rest for now. We're going to go back to our original king. I think I might just do a bit of leveling him up in the kind of like off camera, see if we can get him to a point where he's a bit more usable, and then I might swap between them, like alternate in between episodes and things. In the meantime, I've been trying out some new characters here. So where are we? New advisors. I've got the Panther, the Mushroom King. I think we had this one last time, but I think the Panther is the new one that I bought. But I've been making my way up through all these. We're slowly making our way to this advisor slot. But I've been trying out the Panther instead of the where is it? Instead of Jackers here. And since he's only discounting resources and buildings, I figured I'd try the Panther. So how the Panther works is when we get those troop training bonuses that are like 15% here, 15% there, he makes them 25%. So they're suddenly a lot better. And then there's the Mushroom King. Obviously he has been great, and I think we can probably do Graveyard Tier 3 with King Baldwin, because Baldwin already has these militia that he can send out, these grunts. Arachnor, Weaver of Nightmares. In what must be a cruel cosmic joke, Arachnor began as a terrifyingly large spider, until a careless necromancer became his unfortunate snack. Along with that meal, he gained an attunement to dark magic and spent centuries mastering his sinister new powers. No longer relying on webs, Arachnor now openly prowls the world, his transformed body a lethal engine of undead horror. His multiple limbs wield deadly force, while his spells drain the life from his enemies. For Arachnor, hunting isn't about catching prey, it's a process of selecting precisely what he desires and claiming it. Unfortunately, your kingdom is his next target. And his brother will wander your kingdom. Unless the carousel is built and active, the brother will slowly die of boredom. If he dies before the boss arrives, Arachnor will become enraged and his HP and damage will be increased by 99%. Shit. Well, that's going to be a thing. We'll start with a bunch of water. Saves us time messing around with the well. We'll start positioning things where we normally have them. Oh, there he is. He does not stay alive for very long, does he? That went down by a lot. Where's the carousel? We need some wood, and we need some wood fast. Right. We're going to have to take this very seriously, aren't we? Because, yeah, that's going down fairly quickly. Let me clear out where I normally put my trees. There we go. So I would normally have wells here. Fields there, and trees go here. Hello, trees. Is he happy? Let's just throw it down there. That's doing something. I guess we're gonna start with an archery. And we'll make some... Archery doesn't need iron, does it? It does need iron, right. Iron mine it is. Prophecy, we'll go for some denarii. In fact, we'll go levy barracks early so that we can get some units out. Then we'll go for all this. Troop training is now even better for us, so we should always be going troop training. In fact, we'll go for it early so we can buff up our units. Then I guess there's... You know what? Just get a bunch of levy barracks. We can kind of decide what troops we're going to lean into. Tis but a scratch, so we're going to get the... We're going to build an arena for him, I think, aren't we? Yes, we will do that. Okay. Let's build some peasants' huts. Right, and we're going to need some grain. How's he doing? So it does heal him back up when it's active, so that's interesting to know. Right. Peasants there. And what we can do now is we can summon some militia as well. We've got a nice little army at this point, and we'll start filling these up, and we're gonna go and put some ruin scouts down here. Levy barracks, archery, we've got another one, and that means we want to go for range. So as I said, because of the Panther Council member, these are all increased by 10% now, so it's not 15, it's 25%, which is a nice little bonus. Right. And there goes the well. Now where is... Need some more wheat for that. We'll pop... Actually, that's a good question. Where will we put that? We need to be careful as well. We don't want to let him die. We've got just an extra plate to juggle now with this boss. Hunters are pretty good. Right, so hunters will count as both warriors and ranged, that's why I really like them. And because I really like them, we'll be getting them. Right, we're going to put these here. Let's see where we could put the iron mine. I guess for now we can just have it active here. Just so that we're spinning this carousel while we're doing all this. Peasant hut, bone pit. We'll recycle that one. I could re-roll it, but... Oh, that's why we're running out of food so quick. So this actually uses food. Ugh, that's kind of awful. Yeah, that's really bad. Okay. Right, we need to... It's rolling and go here. Right. We'll move that over. We'll, I guess, put the hunters here. Why not? Then we're going to need wood, gold. Yeah, just lots of stuff. This carousel is going to drive me mad, isn't it? It's going to devour all my food. This big fat lump, isn't it? It's going to end up eating all my grub. The git. Right. Archers deal double damage once every 5 attacks. Right, so what we want here, so we could go militia camp. I wouldn't mind getting some more units than that. Again, because we've got the flunky and because we've got those 2 denarii rewards, we've got loads to spend, which is great. We don't need the spells. Hills Troops isn't bad. Metal Mask is pretty good. That's a really good way of getting a steady stream of iron. Troop training is more beneficial to us as well, you have to remember. And I think we might go for a militia camp. So we've got some warriors there, right. Okay, and we'll get some wood. Start clearing this swamp out a bit, and then we're going to run the carousel for a little while, and... Oh, we're at troop capacity, that's why. Right, let's spawn up until capacity, so we've got some extras. We've got our troop training, it's obviously going to go on warrior. Our workers don't have anywhere to work, so let's just kill these. That'll be pretty quick. Then we'll start clearing the next one out. Denarii, we can get artifact. Grants temporary units a 50% chance of being resummoned, not bad. Or a bunch of wine. We'll go for the second chance. Hunters are great. The militia camp as well, since we've got that. So there's both will be good options there. We're going to need a lot more wheat on this run. So we want to pick some up, but we will grab a crystal mine. We'll probably turn that basic construction into a field, most likely. And we're going to grab... Let's see, we'll get the levy barracks. And we're going to get this upgrade at the end. Lovely. Right. The suspiciously adorable idol. So with this one we're going to get some relics. And we've got the cemetery trader. We want to get the ancient pit that's going to produce relics. So we can now make them ourselves. We're going to send our units to the dig site over there. And we're going to, let's see, we need a lot more grain. Then we're going to need a little bit of cash. So, set this here. Set it to trade. Just set that going. It shouldn't take long. If we get a lot of money, we can build the ancient pit, but we don't need loads, we just need a bit. For the next lot of hunters, we need grain and wood, and then we're going to need grain, wood, and a bit of gold for that. Yeah, there's We haven't even got to the archery yet. Right. I think I'm going to move this over here, and then I can kind of just have it spinning while we're doing this. Right, let's slowly get some more wood. Actually go and do that dig site. And we've already got archery, so we'll go for that. Well, he's back to full health, so we don't need to be doing carousel anymore. We can leave him for a while. We've got the iron ore for the archery, but we're going to need wood and we're going to need gold. Right. Actually, let's send them over here, because that's... yeah, there's enemies about to attack. Two levy barracks, so we can get a militia camp, and the other one will be another militia camp. Right, we've probably got as units at this point. We're getting any more, we probably just want like champion units and things, because we've got plenty. There's another 6 there, which is quite frankly ridiculous. Right. We are going to need a lot more cash. He's still doing good for health. Let's have a look. I wouldn't mind a gold mine at some point, to be fair. Have they like leveled up or something? Is that what's happening there? Move them away from this. Oh no, I think they like literally like disappeared, didn't they? Oh, I think they got re-summoned because we've got that one artifact. I'm not entirely certain. Something weird happened with our ruined scouts. Oh, these zombies are doing a real number on our troops. These like couple of guys there, just holding the line. There we go. Saved by our grunts. We'll go with blade fall. We'll get an upgrade for this. Ooh, you know what? This is really good on the archery, but we're going to go for this arena bonus actually. And we're going to go for the gold one. That way we're not having to use the market here to sell things. What we can do instead is we just build this arena. Oh, he's low on health. Quick, get that. Yeah, he's very low. We're going to put this next to... where will I put this? Yes, really, I should put it somewhere close to this, because I have to keep this going, don't I? So I should probably put it there. But that's going to generate some gold for us. Let's put this scarecrow down just to... boom, got him. We're going to kill most of these. Receive wood at the start of each wave. a bunch of flour, or when a troop dies, an explosive scarecrow will be created in his place. Interesting. Or we could just get like 2 hunters' huts, but I think we're good for that. I think we're definitely going to buy the troop training. Let's go for the scarecrow hat. That can be quite good, that. Right, how is he doing? He's back on good health. This is producing a nice little amount of gold. We've also got a blade fall claim, and then this troop training. Range units, extra damage, fantastic. We do need more units though. So we're going to want to focus on that now. We're going to need wood for whichever one we decide. Like a lot of wood. A lot of wood. So archery we could do I think at the moment we want a militia. Right. And we do need food. Come back to the base. Oh dear, yeah, we need a lot more. And the next wave is coming while that's been happening. Great. Which one of these? Right, you know what? The archery doesn't need grain. Let's get that built, because we haven't got much grain at the moment. Let's just spawn them in. Oh god, this guy's on low health. He's down to about 1/3 now. But the base is looking worse for wear. We're probably dead here. Produce units. We just scrape through. We'll go hunters. We're starting to need more wooden things. I'll take an iron mine though. I guess wood. Start of each wave. Necromancy is excellent, and because those are summoned units, there's a chance when they go away they'll be summoned again because we've got that bonus. Oh, what? Why? Okay. Okay, that's weird. Can I not put anything in the first slot? No, I cannot. And it's black for some reason. Is this bugged? We might be bugged. Hang on, let's close the menu. Yeah, that's not letting me put anything in anymore. We might be bugged. I guess we'll throw that there. We've got a burning skull there. It's allowing me to continue though. I guess this next wave's predetermined by something. Right, we've got an agent in a party that is infiltrated in undead territory. We're gonna go, and I would normally upgrade gaze here, but we're struggling. We're gonna go for necromancy. Honestly, I think this boss has been the worst boss I've had to face so far. It's absolutely bloody ridiculous. We'll go for some troop training. We'll grab some gold. And we'll buff our ranged units. Right. Now that's the problem, we're just not able to take our eyes off this guy for like a second, and it's so annoying. Right. Okay. I can upgrade my troop limits. We've got an archery. Let's just grab a second one. This is going to be not that big of an issue actually. He is not that bad. We will, let's see, we'll use this necromancy to kind of get us out of the situation we're in at the moment. That should do it. We're going to get even more resources per wave. We're going to create a wheat field here. He's still like 2/3 health or so. We're going to go get a bunch of wheat. Fantastic, we're not starving anymore. It's not long until the boss. Now we're not doing great, but we're not hobbling along anymore. And we just have to keep him alive until then. Right, we've managed to fill our ranks here. Now a lot of these are just basically bombers. We'll up our damage by starting the arena going. We can upgrade our troop capacity. We'll get some relics. Put these onto the front line. Fantastic. He's still rather happy. We're going to need more wheat if we're going to produce more troops. We might be able to pull through with this. That said, now we've got a trader. If we see any crystals, well, mind you, we've got enough to produce some, so we'll be fine. Right, I think we can easily make it through this first boss. Right. All ride units gain some HP regen. We're not that fussed about that. Bunch of my resources of my choice is pretty good. Troop training, however, is excellent. I'd be tempted to get both of these. We'll get this for now. I don't think we need the capacity just yet. And I'm going to buy some crystals. Should I? It would be a bit wasteful. It is only 50. But we'll continue as is. I don't think we need them that badly. I'm going to say because we can convert them into mushroom units, but it does have a long cooldown anyway, so we'll manage. He's not too low on health. We can get warriors upgraded. Excellent. Right, we're getting plenty of troops. That's what we want. And let's see. If we could get some militia created, we need a bit more wood and a bit more gold. So in other words, we want to do like this. We'll put them there for now. And how's he doing? He's still in good health. We don't really have to watch him now. But there's his big bro. The Weaver of Nightmares. Right. Let's summon as much as we can. We'll start producing additional units. Now, all of our basic units and grunts and that did just die horribly. All those skeletons as well. Thanks to that bonus we got, our militia though are actually capable of holding the front line here, which is pretty good news. And we actually managed to beat him. As ropey as it's looked all this time, that's not bad. We'll increase the HP of our units. We will get a veteran barracks. We're going to go with... Let's see, we could make our own mushroom men. Let's see what bonuses these will give. So, Druid of the Badger will give damage to ranged units. Academy of Fire, damage to arcane. Mushroom Grove will give attack speed for arcane. Right. So probably Druid of the Badger works best. It requires wood to summon them, so it's not that bad. And they are classed as warrior units, so we're trying to get a lot of ranged and warrior bonuses, so this kind of works with that. We'll get Denari, we'll get a legendary spell. A health boost will be fine. And we've got an iron mine, so we'll go for sawmill. We're going to need them for those badgers, aren't we? Warrior damage is fantastic. Prophecy, give me some Denari. We don't really need more troops at this point, so some infrastructure is fine. And then just some resources is again fine. I'm not actually going to put any units on this first one. And, you know, there's some relics there and things, and I could, but I'm going to kind of take my foot off the pedal for a moment. This, I think, is a new one. Your strongest knight, Sir Grimgar, has recently fallen afoul of a mysterious curse. Having been transformed into solid stone, he continues his knightly duties, pausing only for occasional brooding breaks at the tavern, drinking ales he can't taste and smoking cigars he can't savour. Recently, however, his condition has led him to ponder troubling philosophical questions. He has been heard scandalously asking aloud, what if I want to live past 30? And is dying for the kingdom actually fun? These seditious sentiments are rapidly spreading among your troops, threatening to turn your proud and fearless warriors into contemplative, daydreaming goat farmers. Truly, this crisis is requires a delicate royal touch. Hire a mage to lift the curse. Receive building hero statue. Officially declare him a royal statue. Receive 90 wood and a hero statue. That's actually really good. If we burn a load of wood at the statue, we will gain troop training bonuses. So you can convert wood into troop training and we get a bonus to troop training. Instead of lifting the curse, you cleverly promote him to the esteemed role of a royal statue. permanently placed in the main square between battles. He becomes a popular landmark, though pigeons quickly diminish his noble dignity. Thankfully, existential questions lose their appeal when uttered by pigeon-covered statuary. Right. Cemetery we are going to go for. Yep, more troop training. Because we could get these things, but... Let's see, undead... I think these are just like a one-off unit as well. They're not great. Ooh, it provides flower though with each attack. That's interesting. But no. As good as that could be for getting mummies. So they create mummies but cost relics to train. Ugh. Nah, troop training. Troop training is best. And we're against Lord Draven the Bloodhunger. Once a noble devoted to protecting his lands, Lord Draven now finds himself trapped between ambition and appetite. His quest for strength led him down the dark path of vampirism, unfortunately without instructions or dietary warnings. Now he seeks dominion over beings who share his curse. Having tired of mortal subjects, inconveniently dying from old age or accidental blood loss. Yet his insatiable hunger drives him to conquer annoyingly vibrant kingdoms of the living, like yours. Don't be fooled by his noble manners, they're merely a facade for his monstrous appetite. Anytime a resource building is produced, there's a 5% of producing... anytime a resource is produced, there's a 5% chance of producing blood. All the blood left over when the boss arrives will contribute to his health, 5% more HP per 10 blood. You receive 2 new buildings that can utilize or get rid of the blood produced. Okay, we want to do something about that then. Ranged bonus, lovely. And we want this here. Archery is going to need gold to continue production. Oh dear, and we're already producing blood. So the vampire bar, we need relics to create it. And then there's Vampire's Mirror, creates a spell that can dispel the enemy's invisibility. Interesting. And there's our hero statue. Right. Okay, yeah, we need a lot of gold, don't we, suddenly? Because these really chew that up. The one good thing is that these will tend to last because they're on the back line, so there is that. Now though, we can just produce a bunch of hunters, I suppose. Right, and we will... Let's see, we want a militia here really, don't we? We need a bit more wood, and again, everything's wanting gold. Right, that militia is... You know, we can get a lot more gold a lot quicker with this. There. I guess we can get rid of this now, can't we? Is that... No, it's not removed. But whatever, we don't need it anymore. If I use this here, that should work. Ooh, that's a lot of enemy cavalry. But it looks like we've got them. There we are. Look at the health bar on our archers. Christ alive. The hunters as well. So that hunter has 388. Good lord. We need more water. Right. And we'll start making all of this stuff turn into some units. Right. So vampire bar, 36 gold. Guess we'll start doing this. We're gonna need some relics. Oh, that's a lot of guys. What are you? Well, the good news is we seem to be absolutely shredding them, whatever they are. But look, I saw that troop training. Arenas don't stack, but we could do a concert. But it only boosts while active. I'm gonna recycle that. Just give me some more Denari. Looks like I could reroll it, but it costs Denari to do, so I'm kind of like, just give me the Denari. And then I'll probably just, I mean, if I see something at the shop, I'll buy it. The vampire bar, we just need some relics now. Oh, this could be a problem. Boost our units' damage with the arena. We need to remember to always do that as well. Right, those cavalry units are a bit of an issue, but we've got them. Our hunters should actually be quite good against that. Say slow units when they hit them. We're struggling with wheat and gold at the moment, so either or with those is fine. I'll take the crystals because I can turn those into mushroom units. Right, the badger camp is a go. It's on the slower tile, but we'll not be using it all that often. We'll get rid of the blood here, and nearly got all of our units put down, but I'll be honest, we probably don't need more now. We've got more than we can actually fit, so and we might get rid of some of these peasants soon. So it does get to a point where they're not actually really that helpful anymore. Can place this as well. I'm gonna get some wheat because we're just low. We're just low on wheat. Right, and we'll start getting this vampire's mirror going. And once this is dead, we'll send our scouts to dig something up. Oh, get the arena going. That's doing a nice bit more damage now. There we go. Got to remember to do that. Let's see. A figurine's not a bad idea. Passive increases damage dealt by and HP of warriors for the iron mine, and it does it by 5%, not bad. Let's get those. I'll get the indescribable figure, and we'll get some metal, because that's going for an absolute steal. Provides 10 morale when active. We'll grab that. We'll grab a tavern. Troop training, we're going to go warriors, obviously. Absolutely fantastic, so they're doing even more damage. Tavern will require a lot of wood, a lot of water. Right, and if we eventually get enough money, we can put this hero statue down, but I begin to think that we're probably not going to manage that, are we? Right. Get away from the dig site before you get killed. Send some more troops out. Right, the tavern just needs a bit more water. Oh, quite a lot actually. We probably should stop using that while we're waiting. Mind you, we've got the blood for it, so I guess we may as well. Ooh. Building upgrade. Artifact. And prophecy. What's kingdom infrastructure? Yeah, remember these aren't those clay figurine things anymore that blow themselves up, even though the icon looks like it. These are horsemen now. I wouldn't mind going for this here. I'm trying to be careful now at this point. I think that after this wave it's the boss, so I don't want to overdo it. As much as I'd love to go for these two as well, it's like, Fallen Soldiers isn't bad. It isn't too many. We'll go for that. I have got a large amount of units now. Skeleton scheduling conflict. Your Majesty, do you recall the order you gave to the court necromancers some hours ago? The one about an army of skeletons. Just so. I am well aware that keeping you waiting this long would usually be unforgivable. But, alas, your specialist has encountered a complication. It seems the resurrection of the undead has become quite the fashion these days. As a result, the forces we sought to recruit are fully booked for the next 3 months. Outrageous, I know. Currently, your necromancer is embroiled in negotiations with a particularly smug skeletal commander, who insists on checking his appointment ledger repeatedly and complaining about overtime. Your advisors anxiously await your guidance on resolving this peculiar workforce issue. Make an offer they can't refuse, get 3 necromancy, hire living mercenaries instead, we'll get 7 militia, receive 10 permanent morale, so that'll be 10% damage. Ooh. Necromancy can really save you though in a pinch, it really can, especially against bosses. But 10% damage forever is really good. Frustrated, you decide that if these undead won't serve you, they'll serve no one. Your mage dramatically unleashes a massive disruption spell, causing every skeleton in the region to collapse into harmless piles of bones. Neighbouring kingdoms write angrily about how you've ruined undead recruitment season, but at least your spiteful victory feels thoroughly satisfying. Ooh, didn't quite have enough cash about this time, but next time we'll get more troop training. In fact, we'll finish that off between waves. Right, how are we looking? That tavern is closing in on being done. And there we go. Right next to the arena, so we can activate them both. Right. Activate all the morale boosts. Just wait till we get some wine as well. Okay. Hunters doing poison damage is really good. And what else have we got? Ooh, even more damage from the arena. So the arena will now provide another 15% damage bonus. Which is totally fair and reasonable. Get the sawmill down. And we'll make sure we're producing some grain. We don't want to accidentally run out. We do need some more troops as well. Right. That's a lot of guys. Good news is we're kind of dissolving them damage-wise. So we do a hell of a lot. And our units come back as eldritch horrors or like exploding scarecrows, so it's not that bad. Ranged troops receive a 4% chance of shooting an additional projectile for each warrior ally. Yep, and we have ranged warriors, so that's kind of excellent for us. Speaking of, we'll get some more grain and warriors. Well, we've already got the grain, we're going to get some warriors hired and things. Get them out on the field. It's not long till that second boss. At the moment, I think we have a decent chance. I wouldn't mind having this hero statue, to be fair, but honestly, we could do with some basic production stuff. I think the next trader, we're going to see if we can buy anything that's going to give us gold. Ooh, we're getting hit by a lot of ranged. Well, not really. We're getting hit by a lot of melee units, and we've got a lot of ranged guys at the moment. We need some meat to hold the front line, I think. Right, kingdom infrastructure. We can. We could go with a fairy fountain. The Buddhist temple is not that good. Even when you do upgrade it, the bonuses aren't actually that great. It's like minor percentage bonuses to things. Right, get these badges recruited. Fantastic. I'm going to start getting some. Oh, that's the point. Get both of these running. We are in combat after all. We had healer mages, given how chunky our units are, we'd be absolutely set. Multiple taverns do not stack, unfortunately. There is a gold mine. We can afford to build that. We can. And we can just do a bunch of damage to the boss. And we'll get some troop training because it's just so good for us. I'm going to grab some crystals with what we've got left. Just so we've got fodder for hiring mushrooms when we need. Right. Right, let's see. We need gold to make the gold mine. How many bars do we need? 72. Right, we're getting rid of all the... Right, the blood is gone because of the vampire bar. The gold mine is up. We'll stop trading. What can we produce in the meantime? We can make some more militia. Warriors, yep. Improve the HP, get it chunky as all hell. If he's invisible, he won't be for long. Or Draven. Where's militia? Mushrooms. Go. Right. Oh wow, they are absolutely ruining him. I don't think he's invisible, but I'm going to hit him with it anyway in case you're considering that or whatever. I don't think he's killed any of my... Oh, can get... Of course, get these running. He should melt at this point. Right, that should do it. Legendary artifact increases unit limit by 6. Yes, we could definitely do with that. Elite barracks. That needs flour. That needs iron. Can't really get any of these going, really, can we? We can get iron. If we can get a forge, we could make this. So we can try it. Maybe we should have gone Hydra Pond. But no, we're going to go Winery. These aren't beneficial to us. Ah, we haven't got the Denari. We'll go for champion, I guess. Because apparently we have something that can use that, though I don't remember getting a... What was that, a brigade unit or something? These seem like they might be a bit spooky, some of these, so I'm going to try and avoid those. There is troop training. Moonface, zombie crawlers. I guess we'll put that there and... something like that. Is that a pixie? The royal court recently welcomed a promising young wizard apprentice. Well, technically, it's his connections with foreign kings that are promising. The lad hails from another royal family, which is why you hired him in the first place. Unfortunately, he couldn't tell a butterfly from a pixie if it fluttered up and bit him on the nose. Just last week, he proudly announced that he had negotiated a peace pact with the woodland pixies. What he actually did was donate a significant portion of the royal treasury to something called the Pixie Forest Protection Fund. Your mage sighs heavily, explaining that pixies are now wealthier than your own nobility. Your advisors caution against upsetting the apprentice's influential family, but if you don't act soon, pixies might just become your kingdom's landlords. So we can expel him from court and receive some, I guess, pixies. Assign him a servant who will secretly handle all the magic, receiving some nice resources. Promote him to Wandering Magic Professor, giving us a bunch of relics, which we could convert into troop training. Yes, we will do this. You award him with a prestigious sounding title of Wandering Magic Professor, and send him to distant lands to share his profound wisdom. Neighbouring kingdoms soon complain of mysterious pixie-related financial troubles, but your own coffers remain untouched. His parents also send a couple of their own court wizards to help you out as gratitude for your generosity. Very nice. And as I just said, we go and produce, we go and turn all that into some troop training. And I think we might go and, yeah, buff up the gold mine perhaps. We could. Makes me wonder if we should start hiring some undead mercenaries here, eh? We probably also want to get making that ancient relic thing as well. The Graveyard Golem, Restless Traveller. Born of countless corpses and excessive dark magic, the Graveyard Golem is a walking, occasionally sleeping, testament to poor cemetery management. Known locally as the Wandering Graveyard, it emerges sporadically, shuffling aimlessly until it finds a comfortable napping spot. Though technically harmless while dormant, if you're able to ignore the giant undead creature napping nearby, it becomes violently destructive if disturbed. If awakened prematurely, it rampages uncontrollably, obliterating everything until peace returns. Your best bet might be quietly tiptoeing around it, but subtlety rarely suits kings. 6 invisible wandering spirits will occupy your army until the boss is defeated. So we have fewer troops. We just upgraded our troop limit, didn't we, with that artifact, that, you know, legendary artifact. It's basically negated my artifact. Oh, speaking of. Now this is something interesting. So these quests down here, we actually have to click on them to get them. So we should now have, so we've got the troop training we purchased, so we're going to go into ranged damage. Then if we click again, here's the established production we were going for. So we'll get a wheat field, because I don't want to run out. And we can now get a legendary artifact, so that's just come into play. Receive temporary goose riders at the start of every wave. Excellent. That's fantastic. We can easily afford our gaze at this point. We'll get that upgraded. And I want to save for the hero statue, so we're going to need some gold. Which means we're going to need to work these mines. And I wouldn't mind getting our troop limit increased as well. Right. And we want that winery at some point. We're going to need some grapes from somewhere. So we've nearly got the gold we need. There we are. We've got the gold. Excellent stuff. Don't send the diggers yet. So we're absolutely just melting the enemy units. We we are going to need some frontliners. We're not capable of making metal, so let's grab some. And then we'll grab some gold. We can go with a King's Gaze monument. That wouldn't be too bad. We could even put it in between the tavern and arena, maybe. That wouldn't be an awful idea. Right, let's have a look. We've got plenty of gold now. Hero statue needs wood. Oh, we should have had these runners, and I've got to keep remembering that, because I'm gonna forget. I know I'm going to. Now we just need a load of water as well, and we can get the fairy fountain going too. It's probably time we reorganised a bit. Okay, the vampire troops are just getting absolutely shredded. This might be a problem though, it's going to start hitting our ranged units, but we're doing so much damage it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there he goes. More range stuff. There we go, excellent. I think we can, so a few things, we're going to start working this over to get rid of it. We'll dig this site up. Now, we're pretty much out of blood and we're not producing more, so at this point we can get rid of some of these buildings. On that note, let's have a look. So we want a wine. We're going to need wine to build, well, grapes to start us off with that. Ancient pit can go down though. And I wouldn't mind the hero statue, which I think we'll put instead of this tree here, and it can just work away whenever we're in combat. We can be working all these over. Wow, they got demolished. Oh yeah, when we start focusing on one, we just shred them, which is excellent. Kingdom infrastructure. We've already got a monument for King's Gaze. I think we'd be wasting too many slots to have a second. We'll go with Sweeping Blade, because that means the sawmill deals damage when it's working, and that happens to be positioned next to our tavern and arena, so we can, as long as we're on here while we're in combat, we're doing a lot of bonus damage. And that's why we're going to put the hero statue there as well. And we'll pop the... You know what, we'll not pop the second farm down yet, because this will probably wear out soon. We'll just replace it. It'll mean it'll cost less as well to produce. But right, let's have a look. So, if I wanted to get the monument to the King's Gaze, we'd need a lot of gold and crystals. I don't think we're going to manage that. Not in any reasonable time frame. Down here, could drop this. It might be an idea to get a research table soon. In fact, we'll do that here. Get rid of the marketplace. Oh, and we need to send our units over to this dig site as well when we get a chance. Right. Lion Circus spawns griffins. Interesting. Lots of markets available. Hydra Pond. I was hoping for some grape bushes or a vineyard, but sure, got all that rubbish. Increase the lifespan of temporary units. That's actually excellent. That's genuinely amazing. We could get 30 of each resource, but we need more than that for the grapes. So I'm just going to go for troop training again. Just keep stacking it on. So what's interesting about letting the temporary units last longer is we've already got something that... Where is it? So we get temporary units at the start of each wave. We can also gain them through this figurine thing. And where is it? Increase the lifespan of them all by 3 times, and it synergizes with... I'm sure... Yeah, there it is. Second chance. 50% chance of them being resummoned as well. So our temporary units are almost permanent at this point. Right. We'll get some units spawned in. Hunters especially, we want lots of them. Right. Fair Fountain will need loads of water, which we can just do. That could get us the grapes we need. There's every chance that it does. We can just throw it in the top corner, away from everything. We'll just sit and watch as these all get absolutely shredded. We don't have any clay yet, but I don't think we need anything that uses that. We're gonna go basic production and some resources, and then I guess an elite barracks, maybe. We definitely want the troop training, and we'll go for building upgrade and some more resources. We want more stuff because that's more chances of getting grapes. A suspiciously cozy cat. A grim discovery has shocked your court today. A skeleton seated comfortably in a luxury armchair, boots still on, with an unsettlingly smug black cat napping peacefully on its lap. According to witnesses, this poor soul was alive mere hours ago. Your guards whisper fearfully, everyone knows a black cat is a bad omen. But could one actually take a man's life? Your mage carefully inspects the scene and raises an eyebrow. I've seen people bored to death, your majesty, but never cuddled. Your advisors nervously await your wisdom as the feline lazily opens one eye, seemingly amused by the attention. She's adorable, adopt, receive 35 of each resource, gain some spells. I wouldn't mind losing the wine to upgrade my gaze. But we can't do that. So we'll get 35 of each resource. The mysterious feline becomes your new companion, beloved by the court, yet oddly feared by servants. Mysteriously unwelcome visitors or people without relatives now often vanish, but at least your chair is always kept warm. As a side effect, the discipline of the guard who continue searching for the unknown murderer and the number of safety measures in place reach a new high in your palace. Your knights manage to find and stop a couple of corruption schemes, improving your economic state of the kingdom. Lovely. And troop training. Oh, we can afford other things. Archery, I guess. Sure. I guess we'll go for that now. Right. Could we increase these more? A bit more gold. Well, a lot more gold, and we can do broader gaze. That could be interesting. I don't think we're going to get the monument to the King's Gaze built. I think it's high in the sky thinking to reckon we'll get that. Let's get these rewards for now. Ranged, yep. And warrior, yes. Double damage, reach plus 100% for any unit. Okay. So I'm guessing our ranged units are now absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Oh, they are actually killing us. That's not good. Now we've got some frontline troops heading in. That should do it. Apparently there's 10 units on the field right now. But I guess they're... Oh, it's because it's counting all those bloody ghosts. That's the problem. Now let's start with these. We're going to need some more stuff. Luckily, we absolutely cane damage-wise. Yep, warriors. And they just keep resummoning. That is kind of funny. I will admit, that is quite funny that that's been happening. The issue though is that these units are slowly moving up. Okay, we've got them. Great bushes. There they are. And I'm not really bothered about them. Let's recycle. Warriors and denarii, resources, wine, sure, and we're running a bit low on wheat. We'll grab some. And mega militia every so often. Sounds fantastic. Necromancer spell would go really hard here. Right. Unleash the rest of our troops into the spot. We need to get morale going again over here. Right, his damage is good, his health could be better, but the problem is that, yeah, with these spirits are eating up a lot of our troop capacity. We really need to get this wood sorted. In fact, firstly, lightning. It's not an awful idea. We can actually potentially build that. Honestly, yeah, give me the wood. We can upgrade his troop capacity with it, and we'll use the flour to hire more guys. Because we're getting right to the end here, so we might actually need a bit of a push over the line with this. What have we got? We're gonna need... Oh, we're still apparently gaining blood. That's a thing. Yeah, we just kind of want to dump that then, don't we? Don't think we're gonna get that wine in time, but we'll give it a go. We can upgrade our troop limit, thankfully. And we just need to produce guys up until we no longer can. We're gonna need to produce way more wood here. Produce more guys. We need more guys. In a pinch, we can, of course, summon some units. Oh, and we should, as well, if we desperately need, we can request. I should have been doing this a while back as well. I keep forgetting, because it's still a new ability to me. I've not used it that often, just requesting tribute. Now, I've nearly got them. There they go. Trader, what have we got? Grapes, wheat, yep. Honestly, I mean, there's the troop training, but HP when units die, give me the necromancy, continue, because we might need to get that little bit of healing we get here might help us over the line. And the necromancy with this many corpses about could be very, very good. Let's see what resource we can get. Wine, fine. Okay, we don't need the wine. I mean, we've got some wine. We're gonna have massive amounts of morale. Seriously, it's maxed. It's brilliant. Just get as many troops on the field as we can now. Right, everyone in. Mushroom Kings, Militia, Graveyard Golem. Send in the first wave and get all my morale boosting stuff going. We've got a big chunk of wine. There goes quarter's health immediately. High morale, we reach 100 morale. There we go. We've absolutely got this. There goes half. Considering this, like the weird spot we were in at the start where we were barely holding it together, this has come together very nicely toward the end. Send in the next wave of troops. And we're just going to absolutely annihilate him. There we go. Bam. 72. Victory bonus, threat level increase. Fantastic stuff. Back to the kingdom. It's so weird that we struggled on the village for so long, then we've gone to the graveyard and like annihilated it in what, like a third or fourth run or something. Ridiculous. I really think a big help has just been these advisors. Definitely. MVP there was the Panther and the Flunky. I think that combining these, I think the Mushroom King definitely helped as well. And the Golem, just a very good mixture of advisors that were just giving us a lot of like discounts and bonuses. Really helped throughout that. On that note, we should now be able to get... There we are. So we've now got we've got threat level 4 available, which gives you bosses have one more modifier, so there'll be both the modifiers on them. You start with debt, and all enemies have 30% more HP, which I'm guessing includes bosses as well. Or we can go on here and yeah, it's the same problems on the village. Right. Upgrades wise. Oh, and we've got challenges. What is the reward? Oh, reach 100 morale. We get a crystal and a gallery painting for it. Gain 100% damage dealt for any unit class. Get even more for that. Right. It's no longer saying rewards available, so right. So we now have a bunch of Town Denarii and Ascension Crystals. So we're going to spend this on stuff that requires Ascension Crystals, because there's no point going for these. We want to save one for getting to this advisor slot here, I think, but over here, I mean, I'll be honest, I've never got to the max troop upgrade anyway. It requires so much that it's ridiculous. But we could, perhaps, we could either buff our units, or we could unlock a new king. Hell, we could unlock several kings. I do wonder if I go to the challenges. I'm kinda King Alclan, so he looks like he's to do with undead. This guy, something to do with summoning lots of troops maybe. So there's Saladin, Alucard, Leo. I don't know what that could be. This guy's obviously spells. And this guy looks like troop buffing. Okay. Just like based on the images there. Let's grab a new king. These cost 100 each as well, so they're still quite, I think they're still quite a ways away. We've got Saladin here and Alucard, right. I'm gonna grab this king. I'm gonna leave one ascension crystal, and we're gonna go and just start grabbing these. And it'll take a while, but when we eventually get there, we can get that. In the meantime, I might start, in my spare time, I might literally go back to like difficulty 2. You know, just the king is... In fact, I think, in easy mode, yeah, Royal Masteries can still be completed. But, yeah, one fewer boss is available, so we can't level them up to level 3. So I might go on like the king is chilling on the village in my spare time, just off camera, and maybe level up some of these other kings. So we've got King Leonid. So adds 100 HP to each player unit on the battlefield. And it costs meat. And this costs wine. All buildings work for 10 seconds regardless of their current gaze position. And unlimited Wrath. Gives Wrath to all player units for 6 seconds. Nice. And their rewards for quests. There's after the castle HP drops below 30, you can summon 10 militia to help. Wow, okay. So we get like a final last stand thing we can do. After killing a boss, get 3 choices of spells, With 70 morale, can summon bumblebees. Up to 10 of them, okay. So when we hit 70 morale, we can summon 10 bumblebees. Just like press the button and wabam. Could be very good against a boss. King Resinus, we've seen him already, so he's all about healing units, then aggroing units in an area, and causing units to blow up when they die. You get hospitals, so obviously keeping them alive so that this works better. Same with the heal. Construct next 2 buildings. With 70 morale, when constructing the next 2 buildings, resources are returned. Because you have to click on these to activate them, we could do that on a building that's very expensive. With 90 morale, all units get 100 extra HP and deal 5% more damage for each fallen friendly unit until the end of the wave. Interesting, and we've got the new guy as well, this one. Get a random blueprint. That could be extremely overpowered depending what you get. I mean, yeah, if you, because I'm assuming by blueprint he means like a building. Yeah, you just get a building that you can put down. So for 30 water, you could theoretically, I mean, unless there's only a limited pool of what you can draw, you could theoretically pull some of like the best stuff in the game, buildings wise, just out of your own arse, which is ridiculous. Summon a random unit. Yeah, so this doesn't say that it's within a limited amount of stuff. This does say within a limited amount of units. Summon a strong unit. Right, okay, and that costs meat. Right. Very interesting. I think this guy might be alright. This guy looks quite good, but this looks like it could be quite strong. When 10 unique units are on the battlefield, you can gain +3 unit limit and 200 wood. When 20 unique units are on the battlefield, gain +4 unit limit and 300 wood. I'm assuming that doesn't mean like, oh, you can't have like 2 gnomes or 2 peasants. It must just mean you just need 20. Mind you, it does say unique. I guess that's going to be quite difficult to actually get. But if you do, you get a lot more unit limit. With 30, you can get 100 of every resource. Ridiculous. Okay. So he just wants... yeah. Oh, and they've got passives and morale effects. Well, I think all of them just increase damage dealt, but provides 3 morale for each unique unit in the army. I didn't even realise this before. Units deal 2 bonus damage for each 100 max HP they have. Increases damage dealt by all units by 1% per morale. Right, interesting. And then, oh, chance of friendly units spawning with double HP based on current morale. So he's got a different morale effect. Increases all buildings production by 15% passively, which is ridiculous. Okay. And increases... so he's got a morale effect, but no passive ability. Which is probably why I've never noticed it before. And oh, you can see the tiles that the morale goes from. So he eventually gets to 6 tiles. This guy starts at 2 and then becomes like a big row. Okay. This guy does the same as the first one, and this guy eventually becomes utterly massive with his morale effects. Holy crap. But it looks like he can be upgraded more. So it'll probably cost more, but damn. Okay, so they do actually play very differently from each other. Right. Like I say, I might level some of these up off camera. For now though, thank you very much for watching. This has been The King is Watching, and we have been victorious on the graveyard on threat level 3 for the first time. We'll see if we can do better and win it on another difficulty next time. I'll see you then.